everybody, what's going on here? It's Jake. So today we're in the Eastern Sierras and we're going to cook up some breakfast on our freshly brand new made Skottle. So just want to see what's on the menu for this morning. If you guys have not gotten a Dometic fridge yet, I do recommend them. They're very nice. You don't have to buy ice and they keep all of your food at the perfect temperature. Even with a really good cooler. I think I was using like an Arctic fridge for a little while, and gosh, we were still having to fill up get ice like what, every like 3 or 4 days, huh? So yeah, they're definitely really nice. I mean, they're worth it. I mean, the upfront cost I get's a little expensive, but they're definitely worth it. And then let's see here. So we're doing eggs and bacon. I will say you do have to get a little creative when you're kind of like organizing stuff and getting everything in there. So we have our Skottle preheating right now. They take a little bit of time. Ours we converted to do, I think that's like 1.5 gallon propane tank. We were trying to get away from the green bottles.
And there's an egg.
And there's an egg. We're trying to get away from the green bottles because they were, they just don't last quite as long as a larger tank. So, that way we can kind of just carry one big tank and then hopefully it'll last a lot longer. So we're kind of experimenting around with that. The price, I think, of building the Skottle and everything was probably, I think it was around $150 or something like that. So actually, it wasn't too expensive. And actually, the most expensive thing is really actually all the propane lines in here. Like if you have the burner was like 20 bucks. The plow disc you can get from Tractor Supply for I think $20. This, the one that we got, was a 16-incher. They're actually really not that bad.
You want to do the bacon first?
Huh?
You want to do the bacon first?
No. So Nicole just asked me to do why I'm doing the eggs first. With the Skottle, when you're cooking bacon, you have a lot of grease, right? So because of the shape of the Skottle, all that grease will go down into the center. So then it becomes a little hard to cook the eggs, because the eggs, once you notice how as soon as I crack them, they all go towards the center, right? Well, that's where all the bacon greases go. So you actually have to do the opposite here. It's counterintuitive because I know technically you want to cook bacon before you cook anything else, because it usually takes longer. But you actually, in this case, with the Skottle, you have to actually cook your eggs first, then you cook your bacon, because that way you're not cooking your eggs in bacon grease. So what we do is we put our eggs on, then we get a little bit of seasoning, and voila. One thing I really like about these is the fact that the cleanup is so easy. You no longer have to clean the stove. Like, we had a stove for a little while, and the stoves, I think it was a Coleman, it was a grill on one side and a burner on the other. The stove worked actually really good. Only problem though, really, that we started to have was the cleanup. The cleanup was a little difficult.
Why?
Well, because every time we cooked on it, all of like anything that you cook on gets all over the stove. So we tried foil, we tried a couple of different things, and it just got kind of really messy. With the Skottle, the only thing that you have to cook to worry about cleaning is your cooking area right here. And that is actually really easy. I'll show you how to do all that later. You just use water, and then that's the awesome thing about the Skottle is the more times you use this, the better it gets, because you're constantly cooking on it, you're seasoning it, you're just getting it better and better and better. So that's why I really do like these things. And for some prep work, I think it was maybe about made it in 2 or 3 hours with the welder. That's probably the only major thing that you need. It will be it's nice. It's incredible. It's well worth it. The only other additional add-ons I think I might do later on is these things are very susceptible to wind. They don't like the wind very much. So that's why I have the truck parked right here, because it kind of helps to block the wind. So I've seen this on YouTube. What some people will do is they'll weld on like some flaps, or have like a little flap that kind of goes around the burner. That way it kind of contains the heat a little bit more. Basically now what we've done is we got our leftover like kind of caked on egg. Use a barbecue scraper, kind of pushed all that off to the side. Now we got our bacon laying over here. But you see kind of how all the grease is kind of slowly starting to come towards the middle right here. So that's one other thing with the Skottle, is you kind of want to have it like on as flat a surface as you possibly can. Because if it's like a little bit off this way or that way, then all your cooking oil or grease or whatever is going to go obviously to either side. And then the other thing too is using this, we are able to actually not use our big table, because we don't have to worry about putting our camp stove on the table. We can basically just get all the stuff we need out of the back of the truck, get everything all laid out on here, cook it, and then we're all set to go. Alright, so we took all of our major pieces off. Right now what I'm doing is I'm heating up some water, and then that's basically helping clean all the other stuff off. See how we have like all the egg kind of just baked on there just a little bit, so that's just kind of going through. I use a sponge. Typically between that and the hot water, it'll take off just about everything. Get everything all nice and clean. Obviously no soap, because we don't want to be taking off any of the seasoning or anything like that. Like what I was telling you guys earlier, is the more you cook this with this thing, the more and more it gets like seasoned and everything like that. So then eventually it looks like that.
Nasty.
Hmm? Yeah, a little messy. The biggest thing is you just have all the egg off. Alright, so now we got all that other stuff off. Now what we got to do is re-season it. We've been using avocado oil for most of our cooking, so that's been, I really like the flavor of it. It's really nice. It's a little bit more healthier than your typical vegetable oil, supposedly. So what we'll do is we'll do a light coating of oil. Kind of just get it all nice and spread around. Kind of coat everything a little bit. Get that seasoning really nice, and then we'll actually hit the bottom of it a little bit too. Normally you'd have to reboot the oil and everything like that to get it nice and hot, but the Skottle's obviously we just used it, so it's still very hot. So and there you go, it's re-seasoned. Hope you enjoyed the video.